Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the FV4005. It's the Tier 10 British tank destroyer. It's located on the northeast corner of Glacier, and it's under the command of ikens115 of the HAWS clan. And he's in platoon with MacWin in the MacWin 95 of the HAWS clan in Centurion Action 10. Game on! Well, as you know, this has got the big gun, which is the 7.2-inch howitzer, basically drilled out to turn it into a 183mm gun. It's actually 182.9mm in caliber. Now, it's got 2 rounds. The standard AP is capable of 1,150 and will penetrate 310mm. Well, with their HESH rounds, it does 1,750 and goes through 230mm of armor. It's basically a Centurion with a very big gun mounted in a very weak turret on a very good medium tank. And this is a prime target for any Arty player. Well, first enemy tank comes into sight, and it's a Leopard 1. Now, it is very accurate, this tank, but it does take a little while for you to get the gun onto the target, and the problem is that the tank might move and then you have to readjust your aim. You can see that the enemy FV4005, or Heshbarn as we like to call it, other people call it something else beginning with S and ending with T, and we don't like to call it that because we've got children watching our channel, and so we know that it's better for us not to give the name that everyone else uses and just call it a Heshbarn because it fires Hesh, and that's what he's loaded at the moment. Now, it does have another shell, the high explosive one, also does 1,750, but that'll only go through 92mm. And there's his first kill, 627 hit points of damage, takes out an FV4005 B183, the Death Star. So he's got his first kill in the bag. Now, the armor around the turret is very, very weak indeed. In fact, it's only 14mm, which is why any Arty round is just going to go straight through. Even a tier 1 tank could penetrate the turret on the FV4005, so it really doesn't want to meet the enemy face to face because otherwise it's going to suffer. But if the enemy tank has got weak armor and he's loading the Hesh, well, he's going to do nearly 2,000 hit points of damage, and our Centurion Action 10 obviously is just taken some damage, and there goes the Object 140. 1,542, a shot right through the side of the vehicle. And I think that Centurion Action 10 is now very happy that ikens115 is, well, it's ikens115 actually, I should say, is nearby. They're both from the same clan actually, HAWS clan. Now, the enemy knows he's here. There is an Arty on the enemy team. It is a Conqueror gun carriage. But at this particular spot, he can't get an accurate shot. So that's probably why he's not shooting. We did just see, I think it was an FV4005. It could have been a Leopard 1. I know they're not exactly the same, but it was the top of the turret we were looking at. I guess it wasn't one of those. It could have been the Panzerkampfwagen 7. We can just see the Striv 103B, I think, yes, coming up behind. And yeah, he's out the game now as well. That's his third victim. 1,059 hit points of damage from that shot. It's almost a bit of a joke or a meme, you might say, but it does have a very long reload. 28.76 seconds is the standard reload, and we can see Ikens has got 27.74, so it is quite a long time. Unfortunately, he did lose his teammate, MacVin. He was wiped out, but the Batchat 25 tons gone down, and he's picked up another 1,243. He's now coasting with 4,471 and 4 kills. I don't think there are any tanks in front of him just at the moment, but I think he's going to stay here for the moment, just in case. Get another round loaded. See if he can get a shot on that enemy Heshbon. He's looking at the end of the village. Having a quick third person look. Yes, our AMX 13105 is way up ahead of us at this moment, and he's looking for targets. He found one, and it's the leopard. Now, he doesn't want to fire just yet. There's the Heshbon behind the rock. We've got no shot there. You can only see the top of the turret. And although it is accurate, it's not quite as super accurate as the leopard tank. And so he's probably actually just being cautious, and he doesn't want to waste any shells. The AMX has come down from his perch. He's off the ring road, and he's just found the leopard again. And there's the target. Now he can do it. Just missed. Just missed. Not much, but he did get it. Dispersion is 0.4. So again, it's not leopard accurate, but it is fairly accurate. Okay, Foch B is now in sight. He's going on the ring road. We're having a look in this general direction. The enemy can't see this far. Oh, the Foch just took a hit. It was a big hit. That might be the DBV152 because he's in a sniper position and he's a tank destroyer. So I think he just got around into the Foch, which would make him a one-shot. So it's really a matter of, does that AMX 13105 spot anybody? It looks like their Heshbon just took a hit from somebody, and somebody big at that, because it was about 750 hit points or thereabouts. It's a good decision to move up. Going to get the Foch. Could wipe him out with just one round, but if we get spotted, we don't kill him. Hello, Mr. Foch. Well, we are spotted, but there goes the Foch. Yeah, he took a round through the viewport. We did take a hit, sadly. In fact, we took 2 rounds from the Foch. We're unspotted now and closing in on those enemy tanks.
I appreciate it. Acknowledged.
That's nice. Saying thank you to the AMX 13105 for doing a bit of spotting. But I'm sure he picked up the spotting out of that one as well, and he'll be happy with that. Okay, now he's got to be careful because just around the corner, the enemy, well, he wasn't looking this direction. But now he's got to be super careful because, yes, there could be enemy just around the corner. In fact, he has now spotted a Panzerkampfwagen 7 just around this corner. It looks like the leopard pulled back, and so did the enemy Heshbon. Or have they gone? No, they've gone. The leopard's gone. And the leopard's moved somewhere else. The Heshbon did go. He got killed. So his Panzerkampfwagen 7. He's proximity spotted us. Hello. Well, he took a massive hit for 1,866, but it didn't kill him, and therefore he managed to get around into us for 491. He's he's coming on because he thinks that he can get a shot, and unfortunately for him, the AMX 13105 is still here, and of course he's got the 105mm, and he takes him out. And yeah, I think he was very happy about that, because otherwise it would have been the Heshbon who would have died instead. So he now has 5 kills. Could get a Top Gun out of this. 105's gone. The AMX 13105's gone down onto the ice. We're going to get a bit closer. We might find the Conqueror gun carriage. I suspect he's probably in the tree line. If he's got any common sense, he would have moved there already. If you stay near the cap, you're asking for trouble when you're down to these numbers. Only 3 enemies left. Conqueror's probably just around the corner and a little closer to the ice. The AMX13105 is doing a quick spot right now, and he hasn't found him. We have found the DBV152 though, and he's a little way off. Now we've got a shot. Let it dial in. Nice. And he's exterminated for 1,890 hit points. A high roll. Now he needs to stay here just for a moment to reload. Otherwise that 60 TP could fire a kill shot in our direction if he can see where we are. 60 TP is in sight. We just lost our Leopard 1. He was taken out by the 60 TP. The AMX13105 is going up onto the carrier. Now he might be able to proximity spot the 60 TP without actually seeing him, because of course he'll be above the guy, within 50 meters above vertically. And he's found him. There he is. Now let's... Oh, what a shot! That was excellent, and that is his 7th kill. Truly excellent. Very small gap to fire through, but he managed to get the shell onto the back of the turret of the 60 TP and killed him outright. So that means now the only enemy remaining is the Conqueror gun carriage. And we didn't come across him when we went round the corner there. We didn't proximity spot him. So that's very odd. He's managed to hide from us. And in fact, he was behind us. He was actually on top of that little hill. Or at least he's gone back there. And we can get a Radley's if we can get the kill. We're loaded. And he fires in our direction. And yes, that is a Radley's. He's got the kill and won the game. Here's the end of battle stats for ikens115 of HAWS Clan in the FV4005. He got an ace tanker out of that game. It's not the first ace tanker he's had. He's had them before. He also got a Reaper badge for getting consecutive kills with consecutive shots, as well as a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points for his own vehicle. A Radley Walters for getting 8 kills in total. A high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills, and he got the Tanker Sniper for doing the most damage at a distance of 300 meters or more, at least 8 shots and 85% accuracy. His win rate from the battle was 21,526, which is a huge amount. That's because this thing really is so fun if you can actually get the shots on target. He got one truly excellent shot. That shot on the 60 TP, it was almost impossible. It was just a tiny little gap that he could see, but he slotted the shell through and took out the 60 TP, even when he was threatening our teammates. So let's have a look at team score. Highest damage, 10,566 hit points. The next player to him was a Viz55, who only had 5,890, and he was on the enemy team. And the third highest was that 60 TP, the one he killed. 3,838 hit points of damage went to that guy. When it came to kills, he got the highest number of those as well. In fact, he got more kills than all the rest of the team put together. He got 8 kills out of that game. The second highest killer was the DBV152 on the enemy team, followed by that 60 TP who had 2 kills. Their Leopard, by the way, got a Confederate, and their Conqueror gun carriage got a Confederate in the game. And when it came to base XP, he's got that one too. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,386 went to ikens115, 769 went to the Leopard 1, and 751 went to the Mouse on his team as well. So the only player to get over 1,000 base in the game. He fired 10 rounds, got 9 direct hits and 9 penetrating shots. So only 1 shell did not hit the target. 10,566 hit points of damage, of which 3,110 were at more than 300 meters. 3 hits received, 3 penetrations. Well, 2 of those shots came from the same tank, the Foch. And I suppose really he had to accept those shells. And of course, the other one came from the Panzerkampfwagen 7, who managed to get around into him. It didn't wipe, his shot didn't wipe him out on the first shell. So he needed that AMX-13 to come to his rescue. And he really beat that button saying, help me, help me. because, of course, he was desperate at that point. He knew he was going to be out the game if the Panzer VII managed to get the shot on him, but he didn't because the AMX was waiting for him. One hit by way of splash damage in the game as well. Well, the enemy Conqueror gun carriage did get a shot at him. Didn't do much, but it did hit him. He also spotted one enemy vehicle. That was Conqueror gun carriage, who sneaked into that corner, and he must have been more than 50 meters away as he went past, but he was probably sitting up on the perch just behind that rock and managed to avoid being spotted. 9 enemy vehicles were damaged, 8 were killed, and he got a loss of 36,305 credits on a free-to-play account, rather. And that's mainly down to the ammunition costs, because, of course, these heat rounds are HESH rounds, I should say, are very, very expensive. And he also managed to earn 37 bonds, 7 for being tier 10, 30 for a mission achievement, and 1,386 experience points out of that one as well. And it's base XP from that one because there's no multipliers. What a great game there by ikens115. It's a pity that he lost his teammate so early, but he more than made up for it because he was basically the MVP of that game. Nobody else could come near him in the amount of destructive power and damage that he was lethally putting out on the enemy. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.